The rescue of 4,000 beagles officially starts this week in Virginia. But animal advocacy groups say it never would have happened had it not been for lawmakers in Richmond.
Without the legislators in the Virginia General Assembly passing the bills that they did, without them calling upon the federal government and Department of Justice to take steps to put an end to this abuse, we would not be here today.
She's referring to 5 pieces of bipartisan legislation now known as the Beagle Bills, intended to protect animals that are bred and sold for experimental purposes. The bills were unanimously approved by the Virginia General Assembly and signed into law by Governor Glenn Youngkin in April.
140 members, 100 in the House and 40 in the Senate, totally agreed that we had to do something about these beagles.
Republican Senator Bill Stanley and Democratic Senator Jennifer Boysko teamed up to lead the effort to get the bills passed and say they did so in direct response to the Envigo facility in Cumberland that was allegedly breeding thousands of beagles to be used for animal testing and research.
100%. That was the entire reason that we were addressing it in this way, because we understood that these dogs were not being taken care of.
The Beagle Bills have been described by the Humane Society as sweeping reforms, and we asked Boysko and Stanley to break down the language that really made a difference in the case of Envigo.
It bans the selling of research animals if a facility has received citations under the Federal Animal Welfare Act. That was the linchpin.
To say if they had a serious violation from the USDA, that would act like a kill switch and would stop their business.
The third one, SB 90, requires that the dogs be offered for adoption out before euthanizing them.
Senator Stanley, already the proud owner of 2 Envigo beagles, he's named Daisy and Dixie, and hopes many other families will soon open up their homes as well.
These beagles are loving, they're great, and where before they were just numbers tattooed on their ear and in a cage.
It's been an arduous journey for these beagles, now safe and sound at Homeward Trails Animal Rescue in Northern Virginia. And for the first time, they're rolling in grass and running free.
Pretty dire circumstances for these dogs.
Homeward Trails Executive Director Sue Bell, along with other animal rescue organizations, started this weeks-long court-approved process on Thursday of transporting some 4,000 beagles out of a Cumberland, Virginia facility where the dogs were bred for research purposes. This massive mobilization, the result of a federal investigation into Animal Welfare Act violations against the facility, which is now closing. These couple dozen dogs, like Norma, the first of many to arrive at Homeward Trails.
These are dogs that have never touched grass before. They've never walked on a leash. They've never had a collar. They've never had a toy. They've never had a hug.
Now on to the next phase, finding room for all these friendly faces, treating their various medical needs, and socializing and doting on them so they'll be ready for adoption.
Thank you.
Another arduous task, but this time, a life-affirming one.
It's going to be so much better. It's going to be so much better.
They're being dogs, they're being beagles, and they're allowed to do that for the first time in their lives. So I think it's been heartwarming for every single human who's gotten to witness this.